close your eyes. Just breathe and breathe your eyes closed. And first of all, let's do some grounding. So imagine your feet getting really heavy. So I'm seeing the color red. So imagine that you're standing on the color red. And all of this red is soaking up. So this red is coming up, filling your feet, your ankles, your shins, your thighs. And it's pulling you down, pulling your energy, grounding you all the way up your chest, your shoulders, your face, your head. Feeling beautifully grounded, filled with this red, and calling on all your guides and angels to work with you and through you for your highest and best good. And calling in the light from above, source energy filling the space with light. So I want you to imagine that you're standing in the center of this tornado, because that's what it feels like. That's how I'm seeing the energy at the moment. So allowing yourself to be in the center, and around you is this swirling, spiraling, twisted, and this tornado energy. And every so often, popping out of this tornado energy, you can hear all these voices. And all these voices are telling you what you should be doing, what your current state of your fertility is, what you're doing, what you're not doing, what's the best thing to do, what else you could be doing. So being in the center and allowing, just observing those words, all those energies around you, all the noise, all the voices that aren't your voice that are getting in the way. So noticing how many voices you can hear, whether you can hear the words or just the sound, or you can just hear the roar of the tornado. And the more voices that you can hear, the calmer you get, the quieter you become. And imagine that you can hear those voices, just listening out for those voices. So from your place of stillness, is that another voice you can hear above the noise of the wind, the noise of the tornado? Whose voice is that? And what have they got to do with you? Do you need to hear their voice? Is it interference and noise? Not that they're not trying to be helpful. They may be coming, and probably most likely coming from a place of love. But it's getting in the way of you hearing your own voice, your own truth. So as you're standing in the center of this tornado, and this noise is swirling around you, this energy is swirling around you, I want you to imagine that there's a mirror in front of you. There's a mirror behind you, and there's a mirror on either side of you and at every angle. So you are basically standing in the center of lots of mirrors, and all these mirrors are facing outwards. And this is immediately feeling like you're not affected by anyone else's energies. Because what you're doing is instead of them projecting onto you, your mirror is reflecting back to them, reflecting back their words, their beliefs, everything they're bringing. So how do you feel now you have these mirrors around you? And anyone who's very clearly coming into your space and telling you, even in the most loving way, it doesn't matter. Just whoever you can see, allow them to come in now, make themselves known. And what they see, instead of seeing you and projecting their beliefs onto you, they are seeing their own reflection, they are seeing themselves. And when they see themselves and when they see what the influence that they've been trying to exert, but all the time they've just been trying to speak to themselves, what's their reaction when they see this reflection of themselves? Just allow the mirror to reflect back to them whatever they need to be shown, whatever they've been trying to show you is a message for them, it's not for you. So breathing, feeling now that that tornado isn't pressing on you quite so heavily. Bring in any doctors or medical people and what they've said. And again, with your mirror, just allow them to see that reflection. And notice what it does to your energy when you're not allowing anyone's projections, thoughts, opinions, anything be in your space. We're all just reflecting back. Does it make you feel stronger? Make you feel more peaceful? Does it make you feel a bit panicky that you've got no one telling you what to do? So just for now, imagine you knew exactly the answer to your question. Imagine how it would feel if you had that knowing. How would you feel if you just knew? So as you allow that energy of knowing, see all those mirrors moving away from your physical body, and as those mirrors move out, all the energy of everybody else and the energy of that tornado is all just moving apart, giving you space. So those mirrors moving farther and farther away from your energy field, and like a force field, any energy that's not yours, any words, any advice, any opinions, any answers that aren't your truth, aren't your answers. You can just let them go now, feeling this space clearing around you. The noise, not so intense as that tornado energy, just disappears. And this force field of mirrors is creating your very own space, beautiful space just for you, just to hear you. So this beautiful space of clarity. And wherever you might be, so I'm seeing it's almost like you're sitting on top of a hill with blue skies, green grass, but wherever is your place of peace and clarity, you're in this amazing, this force field of you. Everyone else's noise has just disappeared away, away, away. And you are in your own peace. You are at peace. No more noise. You're going to allow yourself to hear your own heart. And what's your heart feeling? What's your heart saying to you? If you knew the answer, what would that answer be? Is it a yes or a no answer? You're in this amazing space of peace. How does your heart feel? No matter what your head is saying to you, allow your heart to speak. Even if there's nothing but stillness, that is your heart speaking. So now, as you're in this beautiful space of peace, we're going to invite in your babies in spirit. So you can hear their answer too. So seeing this column of light being beamed down in front of you. And they're just coming directly from the realm they're in. So imagining this column of beautiful shimmering light, pillar of light. And coming down into this pillar is your baby or babies. And you may or may not see them, you may or may not feel them. And that's all okay. Just have a knowing that they're there some way or another. One way or another, you've invited them in. They are with you. And I wonder if you have a question for them. And if you have, what question is that? Are you ready to hear their answer? Are you open to hearing what they have to say without filter, without expectation, without pressure of what it is you may want to hear? Imagining your ears wide open and growing huge, huge, huge ears. And like you will when they are with you physically, listening, purely listening. What is it that they wish to share with you from their own place of individuality, from their place of power, wisdom, and knowledge? Can you give yourself permission to simply listen? And this is a beautiful practice for you to sit in the stillness and imagine your ears just listening out for their words, practicing your communication with them, opening your heart without expectation or demand. Two beings simply being with each other in love, in respect, each with a right to be heard. And what your spirit baby is doing is stretching out their little hand and touching your heart. And if you can't hear their truth or feel their truth, you will know their truth in your heart. Consciously or unconsciously, your heart will guide the way to your decisions. Feel their beautiful little hands, their beautiful energy, opening up your heart. I feel this is a lovely preparation for the heart chakra. Tomorrow, opening your heart to them purely and simply. No other noise around. And any thoughts that are spinning in your head, imagine there's a dial and it's got thoughts written on the dial. Go into your mind, the dial of thoughts. Turn that dial off, turn it down. Don't need your thoughts right now. With intention, turn that switch off and feel. Give yourself permission to hear the truth. Your truth, their truth. In this beautiful space. And imagining now you're reaching out your own hand and touching their heart, their energetic heart. So you can share each other's truths and hear each other's answers with equal loving honor and respect for each other's timing, for each other's needs, for each other's wishes. And maybe in your mind saying, I allow myself to hear the truth of my baby soul or souls. I allow myself the truth of hearing my own truth and my own soul. I allow myself to give and receive in equal measure. I know what it feels like to trust my heart. I know what it feels like to trust the heart of my baby soul. And breathe. Feeling this connection with yourself, with your baby in this moment. All babies, breathe and smile. Relax. Feel the relief, feel the joy. And know one way or another, you'll hear the truth. You'll feel and you'll know the truth of your heart without all of the noise around in this place of stillness. So saying farewell to your beautiful babies. In whichever way you wish. Knowing perhaps, or you can see them anytime. Also knowing perhaps physically. So allowing that column of light, that pillar of light to beam them back up to wherever they are, whichever realm they're in. Way away. But knowing you are connected heart to heart, you can hear the truth in your heart. You can hear them in your heart. And staying in this place of stillness, squeezing your thumb and forefinger together. So anytime you wish to come back into this energy, you can activate it by saying a word. So whatever the word that's coming to you in this space that describes this place you're in, you say this word, you squeeze your thumb and forefinger together, and you can immediately come back into this place of stillness, of quiet, with no noise. Any noise, you put your mirror up and you reflect it back to whoever is making that noise around you. You create your own force field of peace and stillness without the noise of others. Beautiful. When you're ready, remembering your beautiful connection to the earth, to the realms, to yourself. Feeling grounded, crossing your hands over your knees, and when you're ready, coming back into the room. Okay. How is that for everybody?